Hello again, it's Chris here from the SME Centre of Excellence. Welcome to the second bit of this series where we talk about the business model canvas. As you can see, we've already considered our customer segments in the first video, and you can see that under the right hand side we have a niche market. Don't forget, we essentially have a made up organisation, the healthy food delivery service, and what we're looking to do is to cook and deliver healthy meals for a particular customer type. The purpose of this video is to talk a little bit more about value proposition, and clearly, as you can see in the middle of the page, I've kind of made some value proposition that arguably could be true of this particular organization. So your value proposition is the reason why customers turn to your company over another. It solves your customer's problem or satisfies their needs or your customer's needs. Each of the value proposition consists of a selected bundle of products or services that caters to the requirements of the specific customer segment. So in this sense, your value proposition is a bundle of benefits that your company offers to the customer. Now, some value propositions may be innovative or represent a new or disruptive offer. Others may be similar to existing market offers but with added features or attributes. And just thought I'd take a couple of minutes to talk about different types of value proposition. Certainly I can recall when I'd done this business model canvas the first time, it was a little bit awkward, difficult, didn't really know what it was, didn't have anybody to talk to me about it, didn't really know what YouTube was, to be fair. So just thought I'd go through a few examples of propositions. So the first one we're going to talk about is newness. So if you imagine mobile phones, gosh, I'm old enough to remember days before mobile phones, and anything that is new or disruptive is definitely a value proposition. They satisfy an entire new set of needs that customers didn't previously think they perceived, because there wasn't anything similar on the marketplace, or in the marketplace rather. Mostly newness is directed at technology products. However, it doesn't need to be. There's quite a lot of fintech kind of stuff going around. There's quite a lot of disruption in the financial markets and the medical markets. Anything that's new that can bring a value to your customer comes under the newness value proposition bit. We've also got performance, and again, I'm old enough to remember buying a really excellent computer that cost nearly £2,000. Gosh, that must have been 30 years ago or so, and it was slow as anything. That had a 40 meg hard drive and like 1 megabyte RAM. So performance is the next one. Improving a product or a service has traditionally been the best way to create value. The computing market and or automotive market is an excellent example of Formula One, for example, is an excellent kind of example of how to look at performance and increasing speed or increasing efficiency, that kind of thing. So the next one is customization, and this is being able to tailor your product service to customers. And with the advent of the internet, we're seeing quite a lot more of customization of customer products. So I'm thinking about perhaps Moonpig or anywhere where you can kind of put your name or party venue or whatever it is online and get it delivered to you. So anything where you can customize, maybe parts for your car or parts for your house, anything like that indicates a good customization value proposition. Getting the job done is the next part, and I'm going to talk about jet engines here. So value can be achieved simply by getting the job done. Now Rolls-Royce understands this very well. Its airline customers rely entirely upon Rolls-Royce and their service for their jet engines. This arrangement allows customers to focus on running their airlines, but in return the airlines pay Rolls-Royce quite a handsome amount of money for every hour that the engine runs. You know, we all know that time is money, and Rolls-Royce understands this very well. Design is the next bit. Ease of use, design, call it what you will. A product may stand out because of superior design. So in the fashion and consumer electronics industries, design can be particularly important within the value proposition part of it. Brand or status. Customers, a lot of this comes down to your customer segments. And when you understand that your customer earns £35,000 plus per year and they're not really that sensitive on price, branding becomes really a bit more important. For example, if you take wearing a Rolex, this signifies often that you have a bit of wealth. On the other hand, you've got kind of people who do things like skateboarding, and they might wear kind of underground brands to be in with the crowd. So branding or status is definitely a value proposition. Price, clearly, as referred to very quickly before, price is a real value proposition. If you take the likes of Primark, for example, they clearly know their customer segment, they know exactly who their customer is, and their business model is built around that, versus, I don't know, somebody like Marks and Spencer's or again Rolls-Royce. They know exactly who their customer are, and they build their whole business model around that, around the customer segment as well. Cost reduction is important. If you think about software as a service or SaaS, relatively, well, not relatively new, it's been on for a while, but it's a newish kind of thing, and all it does is it relieves buyers from the expense and trouble of having to buy, install software, maintain it, get all kinds of service level agreements and what have you, training. It all comes as part of the package. So in that respect, they're reducing costs by increasing efficiency, not having a huge capital expense, and so on and so forth. There are a couple more. I'm not going to bore you too much. In our example here, our value proposition, we've identified the problem as the customer following a diet when they're too busy to think about what to cook, or they might not even know how to cook it. We've listed the product or service as a customized food delivery service that caters for customers' nutritional needs and time constraints. And just realised I haven't put this in red. Should have put that in red. What we offer, so this is the product really, I suppose, or this is the thing that we do. We deliver fresh, cooked, healthy meals daily. So that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks and drinks. We could provide our customer with a choice of meal plan to follow for the week based on their nutritional needs or what their goals are. If you want to lose weight, if you want to gain muscle, whatever it might be. We're looking to deliver the product to fit in with the customer schedule. We could do group challenges, and we can optionally provide them with a one-to-one session with a nutritionist to get that kicked off. So value proposition, really, really important, guys. What makes people buy from you? What makes them not buy from others? Why is your product so great? Really important. Hope you've enjoyed this. The next video will be probably on channels. So we know the customer, we know what our value is. How do we deliver it to our customer? I'm looking forward to having a catch up with you then. Take care, everybody.